Hey everyone, welcome back to Ride Next, your go-to pit stop for all things two-wheeled. Today, we're bringing back a legend, a machine that's been quietly revolutionizing the world of motorcycles since the late 1950s. It's a bike that has earned its place in history through sheer reliability, unmatched practicality, and timeless charm. Yes, we're talking about the 2026 Honda Super Cub C125, a bike that carries 6 decades of legacy, now wrapped in modern engineering and wrapped with retro magic. Let's dive into why this compact ride continues to make waves, generation after generation. To begin, let's address what makes the Honda Super Cub such a global icon. Over 100 million units sold globally. Yes, you heard that right, and it's still going strong. The 2026 version stays true to its roots, preserving the soul of the original Cub while integrating the latest in Honda tech, safety, and usability. And the result, a machine that feels familiar yet refreshingly new. Think of it as vintage class meeting present-day intelligence. The first thing that hits you about the 2026 Super Cub C125 is its design. The styling is unmistakably Cub: curved leg shields, upright riding position, round headlamp, and signature step-through frame. But now it looks sharper and more premium than ever. The latest iteration sees updated body panels with even cleaner lines, crisper edges, and a more refined finish. Honda has offered it in some stunning new color options for 2026, like pearl cadet gray, matte axis gray metallic, and a limited red pearl nebula red, all of which scream retro chic. The chrome-finished mirrors, exhaust cover, and handlebar accents give it a subtle premium touch, without stepping away from its humble identity. Even though it looks classic, the Super Cub C125 now comes with full LED lighting, including the headlight, indicators, and taillight. It's a neat touch that blends functionality with style. And right in the center, you'll find a semi-digital instrument console. Simple, elegant, and easy to read. There's an analog speedometer surrounded by a digital display that shows you fuel level, trip meter, gear position, and odometer. No clutter, no nonsense, just the essentials you need on the road. But let's talk about where the Super Cub truly shines its heart. The 2026 Super Cub C125 is powered by a refined 124cc, air-cooled, single-cylinder engine that's tuned for efficiency, smoothness, and silent reliability. The engine produces around 9.7 horsepower and 10.4 newton-meters of torque, which may not sound like much on paper, but when paired with the Super Cub's lightweight frame and smooth gearbox, it delivers a ride that's peppy in urban conditions and impressively refined for daily use. What sets the Super Cub apart is its unique 4-speed semi-automatic transmission. There's no clutch lever and you just toe-tap through the gears, making it incredibly beginner-friendly and stress-free in stop-and-go traffic. This gearbox is one of the defining features of the Cub, and in 2026, Honda has refined it further for smoother shifts and better fuel efficiency. The moment you ride this bike, you'll feel how fluid and intuitive the gearing is. It's like the bike almost anticipates your next move. And speaking of ride quality, it's incredibly comfortable. The upright riding posture, wide handlebars, and step-through design give it a scooter-like ease while still providing the feeling of a traditional motorcycle. The seat has been slightly widened and padded better for the 2026 model, ensuring greater comfort over longer city rides. You won't feel fatigued, whether you're hopping between cafes or doing a 15-kilometer commute to work. The chassis itself is a steel underbone frame, which contributes to the Cub's nimbleness. It's incredibly easy to maneuver through tight city lanes and traffic. Add to that 17-inch alloy wheels, telescopic front forks, and twin rear shocks, and you have a suspension setup that handles potholes, speed bumps, and uneven tarmac with ease. The Cub isn't meant for aggressive cornering or high-speed adventures, but in its element the urban jungle it glides like a charm. On the braking front, you get a disc brake at the front and a drum brake at the rear, paired with the single-channel ABS. While some might wish for dual discs, the braking performance is more than adequate for a lightweight city commuter like this. It's confident, stable, and reassuring, exactly what you want in an everyday ride. Now let's talk about tech and features. While the Super Cub keeps things minimal by design, it does have a few modern tricks up its sleeve. One of the most welcome features is Honda's smart key system. That's right, keyless ignition on a Cub. You just walk up, press the button, and ride. It even comes with a built-in immobilizer and a Find My Bike function, which is surprisingly handy in crowded parking lots. Honda also claims improved fuel efficiency for the 2026 version, a staggering 70 to 75 km/L, depending on riding habits and traffic conditions. Combined with a 3.7-liter fuel tank, that gives you a real-world range of over 250 kilometers on a single tank. For daily city use, this kind of efficiency is hard to beat. One of the more underrated aspects of the Super Cub is its build quality. Every part of this bike, from the switchgear to the paint job, from the grips to the exhaust cover, feels solid and long-lasting. Honda hasn't cut corners, and it shows. You're not just buying a bike, you're buying a piece of engineering that's been perfected over decades. Now let's get into the price. The 2026 Honda Super Cub C125 is priced at approximately $3,899. In markets like Europe or Southeast Asia, pricing might differ slightly based on import duties and local taxes, but overall, it remains an affordable premium commuter. Sure, it's more expensive than a budget scooter or entry-level motorcycle, but the value lies in its quality, heritage, and efficiency. As for unique selling points, the Super Cub has quite a few. First and foremost, its step-through frame makes it accessible to a wide range of riders, from young learners to seasoned veterans. Then there's the semi-automatic gearbox, which gives you the best of both worlds, the engagement of manual shifting without the hassle of a clutch. Add to that Honda's legendary reliability, high resale value, low maintenance cost, and long service intervals, and you've got the bike that is more than just ride, it's an investment. What also sets the Cub apart is its character. In an age of aggressive-looking bikes, the Super Cub is unapologetically friendly. It's got charm. It sparks conversations. It turns heads not because it's loud or fast, but because it's instantly recognizable. There's something universally appealing about a bike that doesn't try too hard but still manages to stand out. And let's not forget, for city dwellers, the Cub is a dream come true. It's compact enough to fit into tight parking spots, light enough to push or maneuver with one hand, and efficient enough to forget when you last fueled up. It's the kind of machine that becomes part of your daily rhythm, like your favorite watch or that perfect pair of shoes. So, to wrap it all up, the 2026 Honda Super Cub C125 isn't just a commuter bike, it's a cultural icon, an engineering marvel, and a lifestyle choice. It proves that you don't need massive horsepower, wild designs, or cutting-edge gadgets to make a great motorcycle. Sometimes, all it takes is timeless design, thoughtful engineering, and a soul that's impossible to ignore. If you're someone who appreciates simplicity with a touch of style, if you value efficiency but still want to ride with a smile, then the Super Cub C125 might just be the most joyful bike you can buy in 2026. Alright riders, that's a wrap for today's review. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2026 Honda Super Cub C125, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Ride Next, and tap the bell icon so you don't miss out on our latest reviews and two-wheeled adventures. Got thoughts on the Cub? Or maybe you're a long-time owner? Drop your stories in the comments below. We love hearing from you. Until next time, keep the rubber side down and the smiles high. Ride safe, ride smart, and as always, ride next.